Welcome to this deep dive, and today we're diving into Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to be using excerpts from their Wikipedia page and really kind of trace their history all the way from their beginnings to, kind of where they are now as this global powerhouse.
It's a fascinating story.
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting to see how much we all know and how much we all don't know.
Yeah.
So to start with, they were founded in 1975 by Bill Gates and Paul Allen. And they were creating basic interpreters for the Altair 8800.
You know what's really striking is how much they have transformed over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Starting with basic interpreters for such a specific computer.
Right.
And now look at them.
It's crazy.
This software empire.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of empires, their IPO in 1986 was this watershed moment.
Absolutely.
That created thousands of millionaires from their employee base.
Yeah.
What factors do you think contributed to that?
Well, I think you have to look at their strategic moves, like their deal with IBM in 1980.
Oh, yeah.
To provide the MS-DOS operating system for the IBM PC. That was pivotal.
Okay.
It gave them a foothold in the PC market.
Okay.
And really set the stage for their dominance.
So that was kind of the turning point.
You could say, yeah.
That led to the whole Windows era.
Yeah, because MS-DOS became the standard for IBM-compatible PCs.
Yeah.
And that propelled them forward.
So from MS-DOS to Windows, I mean, that was quite a leap.
Yeah.
What were some of the key milestones in that transition?
Well, Windows 95 was a defining moment for sure.
Okay.
That user-friendly interface, with the iconic start button, that really made computers accessible to a much wider audience.
That's true.
And their marketing was brilliant.
Yeah.
Really captured the public's imagination and, propelled Windows into the global phenomenon it became.
And then alongside Windows, we also saw the development of Microsoft Office.
Absolutely.
I mean, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Yeah.
Those tools just became essential for businesses and individuals worldwide.
Yeah.
Did that create challenges, though, in terms of maintaining a competitive edge?
Yeah. I mean, this dominance led to some legal trouble.
Oh, right.
Like the antitrust case in 2000, where Microsoft was deemed an abusive monopoly.
Wow.
So it's, it's a classic example of the complexities that arise when a company achieves such a powerful market position.
And that case had huge implications for the entire tech industry as a whole.
It did.
But Microsoft wasn't content with just software.
Well, they weren't.
They ventured into hardware with the Xbox. Yeah, taking on Sony and Nintendo.
That was a bold move. I mean, to challenge these established players in a new market. It wasn't always smooth sailing, though.
Right, like the Zune.
Oh, the Zune, yeah.
A valiant effort.
But not a success story.
Not really, but even those missteps, provide valuable lessons, I think.
Oh.
Absolutely, they learned from their mistakes.
Yeah.
They persisted with hardware.
Oh, okay.
The Surface tablets are a good example.
Oh, yeah.
The early versions weren't huge hits.
Right.
But they kept refining the design.
Okay.
And that led to the Surface Pro.
Yeah.
Which now competes with devices like the iPad.
Yeah, they've definitely shown that resilience and adaptability. Speaking of adaptation, Steve Ballmer's era as CEO brought that devices and services strategy.
Oh, yeah.
How did that shape Microsoft's trajectory?
Well, it led to some significant acquisitions.
Like
Nokia's mobile phone business.
Right.
It was a gamble.
Yeah.
But it showed their determination to be a force in the mobile market.
And while that acquisition maybe didn't quite pan out as they'd hoped, it did coincide with the launch of their cloud computing platform.
Azure.
Azure.
Yes.
That's been a game changer for them.
It has. Azure's success is phenomenal.
It is.
One of the leading cloud platforms globally. And it really underpins their current business model.
So from software to hardware, and then this huge leap into the cloud.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride.
And the ride continues.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Satya Nadella's leadership.
Okay.
Yeah. So when Satya Nadella took over as CEO in 2014, he kind of shifted the focus back to cloud computing.
Okay.
And made some strategic acquisitions.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, Mojang.
Makers of Minecraft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And more recently, the gaming giant Activision Blizzard.
Huge.
How do you think those acquisitions fit into their overall strategy?
It seems like they're placing some pretty big bets on these interconnected platforms and experiences, like LinkedIn providing all that valuable professional data, which can be leveraged for AI and cloud services, Minecraft with its huge dedicated community offering all those creative possibilities. And Activision Blizzard, well,
powerhouse.
Powerhouse in the gaming world.
Nadella's vision seems to be about creating this really rich ecosystem where these platforms complement and enhance each other.
So it's about data, engagement,
Mm-hmm.
and building communities across various digital landscapes.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget about Windows.
Oh, yeah. Windows.
Even with those pronouncements that Windows 10 would be the final version, we got Windows 11.
We did.
Why do you think they keep evolving their flagship product like that?
Well, I think it shows their commitment to staying relevant in a world that's increasingly moving towards mobile and cloud-based solutions.
Yeah.
So the redesigned interface and the new features are all geared toward providing a more modern and streamlined user experience.
Makes sense. It's clear they're not resting on their laurels.
No.
But it's not just about the products and acquisitions, right?
Right.
Microsoft's corporate culture, their image, and even their controversies have really shaped how the public perceives them.
Absolutely. That's a crucial point.
So what's their corporate culture like?
Well, it's known for being pretty intense.
Okay.
You know, some people call it the velvet sweatshop.
Velvet sweatshop. What's that?
Well, it means they offer this comfortable work environment.
Okay.
With great perks.
Huh.
But it comes with really demanding hours.
Oh.
And the pressure to perform.
So a trade-off.
Yeah, you could say that.
Cutting-edge innovation, brilliant minds, but potentially at the cost of work-life balance.
Yeah, that's been a criticism.
Have they done anything to address that?
They have. They've implemented some more flexible work arrangements.
Okay.
Expanded parental leave. And even pushed for those same benefits.
Wow.
From their subcontractors.
Okay, so they're making some effort.
Yeah, it shows they're recognizing.
Right.
That employee well-being is crucial for long-term success.
So what about their environmental efforts?
Oh, yeah.
I know they've gotten some praise for their LEED-certified campuses, renewable energy use.
Yes.
And carbon reduction goals.
They've pledged to become carbon negative by 2030.
Wow.
But there's also been criticism about the energy consumption of their data centers.
Right.
Especially with the growing demand for cloud computing.
Yeah. How can they balance those competing forces?
It's a challenge for the whole tech industry.
That's true.
I mean, data centers require a ton of energy.
Yeah.
But the demand for cloud services keeps growing.
So what are they doing about it?
Well, they're making efforts to use renewable energy sources.
Okay.
And develop more energy-efficient technologies.
So it's a work in progress.
It is a complex issue.
Right.
With no easy solutions.
But at least they seem to be taking it seriously.
Yeah, their commitment to sustainability seems genuine.
Okay, good.
Now let's dive into some of those internal quirks.
Okay.
And cultural elements that give us a glimpse behind the curtain at Microsoft.
I love this part.
Have you ever heard the phrase, eating your own dog food?
Yes.
What does that make you think of?
It always makes me chuckle a little. Yeah.
But I know it basically means they use their own products and services internally.
Right.
Even in beta versions to test them out.
Exactly.
In real-world scenarios.
So they can identify bugs.
Yeah.
And get feedback before releasing a product to the public.
Yeah. It's a good way to make sure everything works.
And it fosters a culture where employees really understand their own technologies.
That makes sense.
And then there's the rather colorful acronym FYIFE.
FYIFE.
Yeah.
I am fully vested.
That's the one.
That's a little more direct.
It is.
What does that say about their culture?
Well, it reflects a certain attitude that can come with success in the tech world.
Yeah.
Especially at a company like Microsoft.
Right.
Where stock options have created significant wealth for employees.
So it's like they've reached financial independence.
Yeah.
And they can just walk away whenever they want.
It definitely gives you a sense of the culture.
But we should probably remember that these are just snippets.
And might not represent everyone who works there.
Absolutely.
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The controversies.
Yes, those can't be ignored.
They've faced accusations of anti-competitive practices.
Right.
Their involvement in government surveillance programs and allegations of gender discrimination and sexual harassment within the company.
Those are serious issues.
Let's unpack those a bit.
Okay.
Starting with the embrace, extend, and extinguish strategy.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Critics argue that they've used this to stifle competition by incorporating industry standards into their products and then extending them in proprietary ways that make it really hard for competitors to keep up.
Yeah. It's a strategy that's led to numerous antitrust lawsuits.
Right, and it raises questions about fair competition and innovation in the tech industry.
Absolutely.
Then there's their involvement with the PRISM program,
Oh, yeah, that was revealed by Edward Snowden back in 2013.
which allowed the NSA to collect massive amounts of data from internet companies, including Microsoft.
That was a huge controversy
It was.
about privacy
Yeah.
and how much tech companies should cooperate
Right.
with government intelligence agencies.
And it damaged public trust in a lot of those companies,
It did.
including Microsoft.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about those allegations of gender discrimination and sexual harassment.
No, those are critical issues.
They point to some potential systemic problems
Yeah.
within the tech industry as a whole.
Absolutely. And they need to be addressed.
Companies like Microsoft need to foster a culture of inclusivity and respect
Yeah.
and take concrete steps to create a safe and equitable workplace.
For everyone.
So we're seeing kind of a complex picture here.
Yeah, it is.
Microsoft has made some progress in certain areas, but clearly there's still work to be done.
Absolutely. Accountability and transparency are crucial.
Yeah.
And I think we as consumers and citizens
Right.
have a role to play in holding these companies to a higher standard.
I agree. We've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into Microsoft, their origins, their rise to dominance, their stumbles, their reinvention, and now it's time to look ahead to what the future holds.
The future of technology is always so exciting, and Microsoft is right there on a leading edge, pushing the boundaries. There are some key trends that are shaping their path forward, like the metaverse, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and gaming, and they're all intertwined and influencing each other in fascinating ways.
Let's start with the metaverse. It's getting a lot of attention, but it's still a bit fuzzy for a lot of people. How is Microsoft approaching this immersive digital frontier? It's not just about gaming, is it?
No, you're right. It's much bigger than just gaming. Microsoft sees the metaverse as an evolution of the internet.
Yeah.
A persistent, shared 3D virtual world where people can interact, have experiences, even do business. Think of it as a more immersive, interactive way to connect and collaborate.
So attending a virtual conference that feels as real as being there in person or working with colleagues on a complex design project from anywhere in the world, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's exactly. And their acquisition of Activision Blizzard gives them a significant advantage, bringing some of the most popular gaming franchises and a massive user base into the metaverse, which could help them establish a dominant platform.
It's a bold move, and speaking of bold moves, their investment in OpenAI, an exclusive license to use the GPT-3 language model, is a major development in the world of artificial intelligence. What are your thoughts on Microsoft's AI strategy and the implications of this technology?
Their AI strategy seems to be focused on integrating AI into their existing products and services, making them smarter, more personalized, and more efficient. GPT-3, for instance, is being used to enhance their search engine Bing and to power new features in Microsoft Office.
We're already seeing AI tools that can write different kinds of creative content, translate languages, and even write code. It's incredible to think about the potential of this technology.
The potential is vast. But we need to be mindful of the challenges. AI has the potential to transform industries and automate tasks, but it also raises concerns about job displacement, ethical implications, and the potential for misuse. Responsible development is crucial.
It's a powerful technology that needs to be handled with care. Now, what about cloud computing? It's the foundation for so much of what Microsoft does these days. How do you see this space evolving, and what role will Microsoft play?
Cloud computing is the backbone of the modern digital world, and it's only going to grow. Microsoft's Azure platform is a major player competing with the likes of Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform. More and more businesses are moving their data and applications to the cloud because of its scalability, flexibility, and cost efficiency.
So the cloud is a key battleground, and Microsoft is clearly invested in winning this battle.
They're investing heavily in expanding their infrastructure, developing new cloud services, and making Azure attractive to developers and businesses of all sizes. It's a major focus for them.
And finally, there's gaming. Microsoft already has a strong presence with Xbox, and their acquisition of Activision Blizzard just amplifies that. How do you see them shaping the future of this rapidly growing industry?
Microsoft sees gaming as a key part of their overall strategy. With Activision Blizzard, they now have a huge catalog of popular game franchises, and they're integrating gaming into their other platforms like Windows and Azure. They're also exploring new business models like subscription services and cloud gaming, which could revolutionize how we play.
It's been an incredible journey from basic interpreters to global tech giant. Microsoft's story is a testament to their ability to adapt, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. Well, we've come to the end of our deep dive into Microsoft. It's been a fascinating exploration of their history, their culture, their impact on the tech world, and their vision for the future. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time as we delve into another captivating corner of the tech landscape.
Until then.